Hello and welcome to the Superhero Hub. I'm Sam,
I'm Matt.
and today we're going to be reviewing,
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
yep, the penultimate episode
Yeah.
of, it's just this and then the last one. I know you'd be surprised because, whatever. So yeah, this is called All the Madame's Men. So the first 5 minutes were awesome. You had obviously, Daisy undergoing the Terragenesis and becoming Quake. It's interesting that her powers don't really hurt her in this universe, as of in the real world she has to wear the gauntlets. So they kind of, her and May go on this big escape mission from the Triskelion, and May does a kind of sick backflip and pops about two people. That was pretty decent. And then they run into Madame Hydra and her two goons, and Daisy's just like whoop straight out the window. That was sick.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? I think it's the best opening, well, at least what I've seen of the season so far.
Yeah, easily. So she goes splat, bounces a bit, and then splats again. So that was pretty decent. So she's kind of, it's interesting how, like, from the outside she can't really fix that. You know, from the outer world it's like she can't, like, jiggle a couple things and then, like, just be back to normal. But as in terms of inside the framework, she's like paralyzed, I guess, and like stuck in her bed. But I guess she's kind of doing that for the sympathy from Fitz, because now he's going is on a proper mad one now.
Yeah, because I suppose it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, does it? Her plan is to get back out into the real world with a real body.
Yeah, the whole kind of scheme thing is that they're kind of building a machine so they can, think of it as like a 3D printer, but it's like flesh, so she can like live in organic matter, so she can give herself a human body, and that way she's not bound by the kind of robotic laws, as it were, that she's bound to, because there's the whole thing with her and the Russian where they're like going to like kill them in the frame, like while they're kind of all linked up on their little things, and like he can't do it. He's an annoying guy. He annoyed me.
He is. I didn't like him when he was alive, and I like him less now he's a robot.
Yeah, I kind of I'm looking forward to seeing him mullered again. So obviously they've got an ace in the hole. Well, they're kind of stuck because they've got to get to a point where the back door, as it were, but they can't do it, apparently, because there's all the Hydra agents are after them. So they've got a kind of ace in the hole, the video, the body cam, because I was thinking when that was going to pop up, because at the start of the episode it's just like May turns straight away, she's out, everyone knows. I was thinking like she was going to like stay undercover for a bit, and then they're going to pull the body cam footage and see that like she didn't kill the Patriot, but it turns out that's a little ace in the hole, so they're going to show that over the kind of Hydra controlled airwaves, and then show that Hydra's up to no good.
Yeah, I mean, seems like a solid enough plan. I think I don't know why this didn't occur to me before, but it is super Matrixy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose it's the way to go. It's just what has the show been picked up? I don't think it has it?
Not been confirmed yet, no.
So that's what I mean. It's just interesting to know if it's not renewed. They've basically got one episode of the show left. I don't think it's going to wrap everything up, is it?
No. I think like the figures have kind of been okay. I don't think it'd warrant kind of cancelling it, but like Gotham, that hasn't been renewed yet. But then again, that started off with openings of like flipping 14 and 11, 10 million for the first season, and now it's at about 5. So I mean, for 3 seasons in, but whatever.
I suppose anyway. So back to the episode. Fitz, yeah, it's like his dad beats the crap out of what's his face again.
Yeah, Ratcliffe.
That dude's purpose on the show is just get his ass kicked all the time, isn't it?
It was what I was thinking. I thought they were gonna make a reference or a joke, but it was like good. Do you know Good Cop and Bad Cop? Except it was like Good Scott and Bad Scott. I
That's
thought,
terrible.
I thought he was like Radcliffe when he was on the floor when he was smacking him. I thought he was going to pop up and say something like that. I should be a writer on that show because I thought that was funny. So yeah, he slaps him up and finds out. What does he do? I swear he finds out nothing, but he kind of picks up and shows him like some board and the little iPad or whatever with something on it.
Yeah, and so Fitz says we got to give him something to live for, which is interesting. Like, what did that mean?
Well, maybe they can bargain because really he's dead in the real world, so maybe they're going to bargain like, oh, okay then, if you hook us up when we get out of the framework, now we built this machine, we'll give you another body as well.
Hmm.
And we'll give you, or we'll like redo the girl. We'll give you a body and we'll redo the girl as well, so you can go and live in the real world with your
So,
Agnes or whatever.
a question I would have is, because, skipping towards the end here, Fitz says he wants to be with
I'm, gl-
Madam Hydra in the real world.
I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, now I'm thinking it. Is it going to be Bizarro Fitz?
Right,
Like,
that's what I was going to ask. Like, are they going to do some weird mind wipe on the real Fitz, or is there going to be like a robot kind of Fitz in the real world?
well, or maybe they'd do like what they did originally with the LMDs, except instead of a robot, it's the organic one. So either kill or kidnap the real Fitz and then replace him with the new organic Fitz, but who's got allegiance to Madam Hydra.
Yeah, that's interesting. I will say I do think he's been a pretty good villain. I think he's been more interesting as a villain than he is as a normal Fitz anyway.
It was a bit baggy, like his dad was still mugging him off though. When it's like, I won't
Yeah,
accept failure, and he's like, don't snap at me. I would have just smacked him in the head.
yeah,
You
but
know?
I think he's going to kill him in the next episode.
Yeah, hopefully. Because it's whack anyway. He just kind of, you know what I mean? He's failed twice now and he still ain't done anything.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they get to there's the whole thing with Grant as well. I was expecting him to lips.
Grant, a Ward. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Got Ward and Sky.
Yeah, I was expecting him to kiss or something, so I was waiting for that moment. And then they had the whole like talk for the. It's interesting now because really with this whole organic station, really they can bring like anyone back to life.
Yeah, I think so. Trip. They'll bring Trip back. Oh god, I really, I'm so conflicted on the Ward thing. I kind of hope they don't do it. I know you didn't watch the first season, but he was like super evil and the best like evil character on the show. To suddenly have him come back as some good guy, doesn't really sit well with me.
But Daisy will be happy. Don't you want that?
Would she be though?
I
That's what confused me. Like the part where they teased him like hook up. I don't do that. He's a psycho. I know. I know he's not in this alternate. He's not real. But then again, is he? I suppose that's the question they're kind of putting out there, isn't it? Like, if they can give them all real bodies, are they now real people?
Mhm. So obviously they all dip off to go where they're going. He stays behind at the TV station. They broadcast the message. Phil Coulson gives his little speech. Still don't like him, and then there's people advancing on the station. They panic and it turns out to be like people who are against Hydra, who I guess have seen the broadcast and been woke as it were. So that was the cliffhanger for there, so whatever's going to happen there. Then the next cliffhanger was, how did it end?
Did it not end with the Fitz and the Madam Hydra thing?
Yeah, I guess so. So it pretty much ended there, but there was like a couple things that were like, so I think they're going to intercept, I guess, and there's the big question of, oh, is Radcliffe going to turn and then like screw them all over at the end? And obviously there's the thing with the ship as well, that now in the real world they know that Daisy and Gemma are on board the ship, and the order was given to shoot on sight to take down the ship. So that's like the big cliffhanger thingy now, so it's all big and panicking. I think that covers it all. A synopsis, as it were. Let's talk numbers.
I'm going to go for an 8.5. I think this is the strongest episode I can remember in a while.
I'll give it an 8. It was good for a penultimate episode. I'm interested what the finale is going to be. I'm hoping the finale is going to be big, whether they renew it or not.
Yeah, I mean,
If they don't renew it, it's no episode to end on, so they're screwed.
it's not. If they don't renew it, I imagine. I think they would probably renew the show at least for a wrap up season, like a shortened 10 episodes, whatever it might be.
But yeah,
I don't think it'll be the end.
this was definitely probably the strongest episode of the kind of, say, the past 5 or 6 easily.
Yeah, after the Matrix world thing, definitely.
There were a couple bits where it dragged a little bit, but there were some good action scenes that kind of got me hyped.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that is our review of All the Madame's Men episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm Sam.
I'm
And we'll see you for the next episode.